Greetings, salutations. Hoping everything is going good for you and yours. We started a little late, but honestly, it was scheduled that way. Look, y'all know we first day back in school, right? We got to get this right. So, get everybody ready. Go kind of look over these games that we reviewed, but then we also going, see how y'all feel about this new direction they going in on campus. Some of the scrutiny's fair, some of it's not, but y'all already know what's up, what it is, and what it's always about to be. It's about to be Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, how y'all doing? Just got to check on everybody, see how they feeling. I got to catch these 220 meetings. Like, I ain't going to hold you. I've been kind of trying to get everything right school-wise and everything, so I haven't really seen them. So I normally watch, but last couple ones I missed. What's up, Marvin? So, new football season, right? I'm going to kind of talk about the scores, but need y'all to chat, comment, say how you feel about it. And also, got this new president filling a cabinet. Let's see. Look, games and pads. So, if you are so inclined, I definitely got to shout out my boy, St. Clair Moraine. If you did not get a chance last week, you missed it. We had Coach Cozy on the show. This week, Dennis Driscoll, Family's SID, had him on the show. And so it was pretty cool though. Wrong episode title, but we good. But the Rattler Boosters, they are doing a little something. We got a little ad for them coming in a few minutes. I might be running it early, but if I am, that's on me. But join the team on the team. Y'all got a few more weeks. Y'all know it's the summer. Teachers don't get nothing. So y'all got a few more weeks. But once we get a little something, we're gonna do a little something. And they are doing their fundraising campaign. Mentioning that, let's get a little video right fast. Talk about the Rattler Boosters and what they're trying to do.
Get ready to make an impact at FAMU. This is your exclusive invitation to become a 2025 Rattler Booster sponsor. Join us for the Kickoff Luncheon, celebrating volleyball, football, and cross country. Happening on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025 at 2 p.m. at FAMU Alfred Lawson Jr. Multipurpose Center in Tallahassee, Florida. Why sponsor? It's more than just support. It's about visibility, community, and legacy. Build brand recognition, engage with the FAMU family, and uplift student athletes. With sponsorship levels starting at just $500, there's a place for every supporter. From the prestigious Jake Gaither title sponsor to our NAA chapter level, every contribution counts. The Jake Gaither title sponsor at $50,000 includes presenting rights at a football game, VIP lunch with head coach James Colsey III, and exclusive autographed merchandise. Or consider the Rattler sponsor at $20,000 featuring LED ads, lunch with assistant coaches, and a featured company presence. Looking for mid-tier options? The Rudy Hubbard and Strike sponsors offer visibility and recognition starting at $10,000. Our Venom, Fang, and Quarterback tiers provide incredible perks, including reserved seating, signed memorabilia, and video features. And for our grassroots supporters, the team and NAA chapter sponsor levels offer a heartfelt way to give back. Ready to support our Rattlers and be part of something legendary? Become a sponsor today and leave a lasting mark on FAMU athletics. Visit our website or contact us to learn more. Rattler Boosters, united in legacy, driven by pride.
All right. Y'all look, y'all can't even say nothing bad about me on that one. Look, that was Rattler Boosters. Give me feedback on that. I think it's a little too long. Need to be about closer to 30 seconds. Y'all saw all the slides. Look, I ain't even put it back up there like that. But if you are so inclined, we got Dennis Driscoll on round 1 tomorrow, Hallelujah 95, 6 p.m. Talk about what's kind of going on at FAMU in his position, him as the SID, him making sure folks' credentials straight. Don't forget about me, Dennis. We good for the OBC, but other games we still waiting on. So, but hey, good commercial. I will let them know. Look, I appreciate it. I like the quality though. So far, good commercial. There we go. Bomb. There you go. There you go. I put it right in the chat. I don't even care. Now you already know my favorite player for the season, Nayron Jenkins. So look, just to let y'all know, that's gonna be my favorite guy this season. There we go. So season tickets are on sale. Look, you can keep putting them out there, but as far as for me, it's probably gonna be Nayron for the rest of the season, man. You know, so 45. That's gonna be my guy. But got our preseason All-Americans that's already started. They done kicked in. We'll make them big, so y'all can pay a little more attention to them. Thad Franklin, running back 1, Agent 0. Okay. He is a preseason All-American. Like Marvin said, preseason's popping. I like them shoes too. I ain't gonna lie to you. The green jerseys are working on me. I like that green jersey better though. Like, can we bring back that one? That green jersey from the Celebration Bowl. Best jersey we got. I'm sorry. This one's cool. But this one, it's a little busy, especially right there in the collar, the shoulders. It's a little busy, but it's better than the white ones. I hated the green and white ones. This one, I ain't gonna lie, I like this one. Ashton Grable. Ashton Grable, bet B at somebody NFL training camp next year. I'm just saying, like, he won't get done like Jeremy Pruitt. I'm just saying. Another one, Davian Westmoreland. I want to see this. I'm excited. Like Westmoreland, I want to see the hype. Like y'all coaches been hyping Davian a little bit, you know, and I'm for it. Like that's the kind of excitement I want. But I'm here for it. Now, of course, y'all know my boy 45, Nayron. That green jersey do go kind of hard though. I mean, orange jersey, excuse me. I like that. Yeah, I like that one. With the pants, okay. That's a nice little homecoming outfit. Then right here, TJ Huggins. Okay. I need to see some plays, man. I'm looking forward to it though. Then Jamil Sanders, quietly, probably my favorite DB right now. I ain't gonna hold you. Like nothing against TJ, but Jamil Sanders might be my favorite DB right now. I mean, Nayron was already my guy. Jamil will be up there. Like I'm just saying, Aeneas Williams Award too. I don't know, for those who don't know, Aeneas Williams Award is kind of like saying you the best DB. You know, that's like you the guy. So I'm here for it, man. Another one for those so inclined. Don't know if you're a golfer. If you like golf, hey, Winter Park Chapter Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Got about 9 days, and they got a 1911 club for those who don't want to golf, and you just want, you know, chillax, have some beverages. $50 1911 club. Scan that QR code, or you can golf. Tee off. It's at 12. I'm not golfing. I'm going to the club. Going to the party. So just being honest with y'all, man. Look, I ain't gonna sell y'all something and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be golfing too. And I'd be on the cart somewhere. You be like, I thought you was golfing. Like, oh, you thought. No. $50 1911 club. I'm right there for you. But out there golfing, not a golfer. Not at all. So, you know, just being honest with y'all. Also, the Big Florida Classic is there. There we go. Sorry about that. If you hadn't got your tickets, they're on sale. And I got FAMU winning the Florida Classic. So you got 20-some days. You're a Howard Bison fan. to be mad at me. But it's okay. Because y'all been mad at FAMU for like close to a decade and hadn't mattered. It's still going to be B2 to A. FAMU by 14. I'm just saying. That's just key. You take how you feel about it. Now, the next one, FAMU versus FAU. Unfortunately, I got FAU. Leo say 42-10. Okay. Yeah, you might not be wrong. Especially you throw they button this on. Yeah. Now, FAMU versus Albany State. I got us winning. So what's that? 2-1. Yeah. So look, I ain't marked stuff down. Then I got us getting a little get back. Going up the valley, getting a little get back. 3-1 on the season. Okay. I got us losing tight at NCCU just because I ain't seen the quarterback yet. I got to see the quarterback. Now, from the video, it looked like y'all might be revving up a jet. So if that's the case, I reserve the right to change my opinion. Because, yeah, he throw a little side on too. But if Jet turned out to be what they say he might be, I'm for it. What's up, little baby? You ain't missed much. Now, I got us getting some win against Alcorn. So 4-2 right now for me. Then I got us going down to Southern. So I got to be saying like Scotty do sometimes. 5-2. Okay. Again, I got to see our quarterback. 5-3. B2A against UAPB. So that's at 6-3. Then Alabama A&M. Okay. We got 7-3. Okay. And then wearing out Cookman. So my preseason's 8-3. Look, that's what I'm with, little baby. Like, I'm just saying. Definitely beating Central by 24. Okay. Say it with your chest. I don't know about 24. I think we can win that game, though. Only reason I got FAMU potentially losing that game, because I don't know we got a quarterback. So if we got what we saying we got, we all right. But if not, I got some questions. Homecoming, look, I think we get some get back. That's going to be fun. That's going to be some fun. I'm hoping. I wonder what would be the talk if we beat FAU and come back healthy. Woo! That's going to be a tough conversation. I'm going to say it like that. If we beat FAU, I can see 11-0. I'm just going to throw it out there like that. Look, let's say we beat, I think we could beat them too, though. Like, you said 0-3 versus Mississippi schools? Okay. I can accept that. I don't 0-3? I don't think Valley got us 2 years in a row. Now we got a new offensive coordinator. Look, I sound like one of your cousins. Man, no. We got that new guy now. That old guy, he wasn't. But we got a new guy. Y'all don't even much know about him right yet, though. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. So right now, it's either 9-2 or 8-3. I'm gonna lean towards 8-3 until I find out who quarterback is. But I think there's gonna be a jet on the football field. And if he can read defense and handle that ball and spin it the way they say he can, it's gonna be some fun. Like 8-3. If you had to be on some website and your over under was 7, I would go over. If it's 10, I'm going under. I can't put no coin on 10 wins for FAMU right now. I got to see something for 10. Like, that's just me. Look, I'm with you, DQ. I'm hearing Jet's the guy. Like, I'm hearing he can slang it. No diddy. Valley game was all on OC. Yeah, look. Ugh. So 8-3, I think that's a good look for FAMU. If you're a FAMU fan, do you make the playoffs at 8-3 though? Maybe. It depends. With something like that, it depends on who you lose to, obviously. But then if it is a combination of North Carolina Central, not Valley. So you got over the cussing. Jackson State and FAU. I think that comes to a place where you can potentially get an at-large playoff bid. I think if we're talking more so like those lesser teams, the Valleys, the other teams, I think it's just the Florida Classic and that's it. So I think this year you're definitely selling that you need to win every game. You need to do your darndest to win every game in Florida, especially. But you got to beat the teams that are in front of you. And the team in front of you right now is Howard. Again, I think that's going to be a good win. I think it's going to be a good vibe. I definitely think that when you're a fan for that one, I think on both sides, OBC and FAMU are both trying to see what that crowd look like. Because you get a solid crowd for that one, and you can get a win there. Look, heaven forbid. I'm just saying, heaven forbid FAU happen. If that happened, I'm just telling you right now, FAU beat FAU, I'm going 10. All right. That's the key to 10 wins. Because I think when you're looking at this team offensively, you're a quarterback and a competent offensive coordinator away. That's just my opinion. I know there's some players that are injured that we've heard about. I ain't gonna say no names, but I've also seen. I think we saw last year. FAMU was really at times an offensive coordinator away. It wasn't a quarterback. As much as you can say this or say that about Daniel Richardson, the only problem Daniel Richardson had was that he was vertically challenged. Other than that, he was dealing. Like, you were a better offensive scheme away from winning 2 or 3 games, right? Like, we can all admit that Jackson game, offensive coordinators, the turnovers, the Valley game. I can't even tell you that. That was just horrible. Like, but I just kind of looking at it, I think offensively, that's part of it. Defensively, though, you got to get some stops. Like, you got to get to a place where points per game on average for the season, excluding FAU, is 20 or less. I think that's kind of your sweet spot as a team and just in general. If your sweet spot is defensively, what's up, Ash? That you are giving up about 20 points per game, you're going to win a lot of games. Because if you're averaging 20, right, that means, you got 1 or 2 games where they got 24, 25. But for the most part, that means you holding teams to 14s and 15s. Yeah, we talking 2 touchdowns, a field goal. Again, the offense, if we're going to be nerdy about this, right? Y'all know I don't mind being a nerd. Offensively, I would love for us to average 30 plus, and defensively, give up 20 is my target. But if you want what I want, 0 is always a number. But the reality is 10. 30 and 10, average, 30 points per game, offensively, defensively, giving up 10 points per game. Oh, man. It's going to be a great season if that's the possibilities. Like, you said it was OC. I'm still trying to understand homecoming versus Texas Southern, the PV game. Man. So, okay, the PV game, that wasn't all. Okay, that wasn't all the offensive coordinator. Some of that, you had a handful of low spades, right? I mean, can you even call it a low spade? Respectfully, I'm not trying to be mean. You really had a quarterback that couldn't do it. I mean, and y'all know I'm a fan. I'm a fan of, but they just weren't in a place where they could produce. Stop it, Hollow. Stop it. You know that's my boy. But I got to be honest. He couldn't quite produce. That's why you got 5 quarterbacks in the transfer portal, right? That's just like, hey, bring him in. because it's not going to be that again. And I feel like, honestly, I think Colsey felt that same way. I think once Daniel Richardson got hurt and kind of has that concussion, you kind of looking back at the end of your bench and wishing you had one of those other guys in there so as options, because maybe you don't bring out Daniel Richardson as early as you do. And some of the other guys handle the game differently. So as much as, yeah, we were definitely offensive coordinator away, there were parts of the season you were quarterback away too. And that's an unfortunate truth. Honestly, I think this year, quarterback is the least of your concerns. And if we're looking at it in totality, we looked at offense, we looked at defense, special teams, that was another place. Coach pretty much noticed you imploded in some areas, and the kicking game was one of them. Do you have one of your kickoff returners coming back? That's a question. I can't answer that, but it's out there. So if you're looking at this team in totality, what you have as FAMU, and as a FAMU fan, me personally, the fan side of me, we're going to win every game, of course. But the rational side, I think 8 is rational. I think at worst 7, at best, as a rational fan, 10. Like, I think 10, if you were to walk up to me as a FAMU fan and say, oh, we got 10 wins, I'd be like, I can hear that. Yeah. That's rational. And you walk away, walk up, like, man, we ain't gonna lose nobody, man. I'd be like, nobody? Okay. I can listen to it, but I don't know how rational it is. But could it happen? Absolutely. I definitely think, again, when you're looking at that FAMU football team and this team, you left something on the field last year. I think through recruiting, through the transfer portal, you purposely addressed your major issues. I think, trying to find a nice way to say this, but I really feel like when you look at the team Colsey put together, it was very reactionary. It was, these were the deficiencies that we had last year. These are positions where I feel like we if we were better at, we would have won some of those games. And I feel like he made the adjustment and the decision that offensively, I need depth at quarterback. I can't just have a really good one. I need some good ones. I feel like he said at running back, he listened to y'all. Some of y'all talking greasy about Bo. Y'all ain't say the same thing about that. I think that's just because y'all scared of that. but our running room was not the fastest. That's what y'all said. Y'all. I think receiver-wise, he said, I'm solid. I think tight end-wise, he looked over and said, man, if it wasn't some fumbles, we might have made some things shake. I think offensive line-wise, he said, we were a little deeper, we'd be okay. We were good, though. Then D-line-wise, he looked over there and said, this ain't it. We lost some good players. We need some depth. I think linebacker-wise, he said, we're okay, but we need to get healthy. They need to tackle. And I think in the secondary, he looked around and said, I lost a really great corner in Kendall, and I had one that never played in Tate. So if these are the DBs I got to get somebody on the other side of TJ Huggins, and I need a safety over top. Just saying. Like, that's just key. I think this year's team is hungry to prove themselves. I think so, too. I think this year's team, you got to be careful doing this, right? But I think with a team like this, you can sell them the need to beat Jackson. Like, as much as I myself don't lean into this being a rivalry, it's becoming a place where it is a rivalry. Like, because of the fact you're constantly fighting for the same things and you're constantly the top teams. It's been FAMU and Jackson State for the past half decade since FAMU's coming to the SWAC. Let's say it like that. Let's not even do like the half decade. No, since FAMU's been in the SWAC on the gridiron, it's either FAMU or Jackson State. Period. Nobody else. And if you ain't with us, you're not one of us. And that's kind of how it's been. Those are the best two teams in the conference. Now, you got some new folks coming along, but these are the best two teams. And part of beating the best team and beating the best team is building a team that can beat that team. Because you saw when Jackson saw what they weren't really doing was working as well as it used to, they adjusted a little bit, got a team that could compete with FAMU, and they realized if you can beat FAMU, we can beat the rest of the SWAC. And FAMU had a team where we knew if we could beat Jackson, we could beat the rest of the SWAC. You literally have the two front runners doing that. They're built to beat each other. Like before, Jackson was built to beat the teams in the SWAC, but they couldn't beat the teams in the MEAC. And you saw where FAMU realized, well, we're a MEAC team. We just in this conference now. Let's just build our roster to beat those teams. And if we can beat them, we can beat everybody over here. And FAMU did that. And then Jackson said, well, we got to beat FAMU. And then, so now you're seeing that chess match between the two programs and the other schools who are coming behind them. I mean, you got PV, you got Southern. Allen A&M's trying. They lost that quarterback, though. Like, that's huge. They lost that boy from UAPB because of whatever they said it was. I heard it was grades, but I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not going to spread rumors. Just saying. You got to get it going. Hollow says, every article Gerald keeps saying RJ Johnson getting the most snaps. I'm just saying. Who's going to be quarterback one is still a question. Like, we need to see what game one looked like before I could tell you how the team would be. Look, that's what I said. That's why I had not. That's why 8-3. If we go out there and beat Howard and beat the fool out of them, it doesn't really mean anything to me because I don't think they're the best team in the MEAC. Just being honest, I don't think Howard. I almost said I don't think they're top three. They're probably top three, but not by much. I think if you're looking at the MEAC conference right now, and there's only 6 teams in the conference, so top three, saying you're in the top three ain't saying much. I think it's South Carolina State, North Carolina Central, maybe Howard. Like, just saying. I'm not sleeping on other teams like last year. Only team I slept on was Valley, and hell, the coaches slept on them too. And then when we was in the game, I was sitting up there looking like, this is a point in the game where you stop sleeping on somebody. Like, you realize they're up and they're here. It's time to do it. And we never flipped the switch. How it was going through the motions. Doesn't it feel like it? Like, I'm sorry. This really feels like a one-sided thing. Like, I don't know a lot of Howard people either, but I haven't heard for like much of anything from the Howard side of this. It is very FAMU on this. Like, oh, we're going to the OVC. We're going to the OVC. We're doing this. But I ain't seen very much of anything from the Howard contingency saying they're coming down to Miami. We're going to the 305. We're going to turn up. I've heard none of that. I've heard more FAMU folks say, we're going to Miami. We're going to have a party. We're going to go to the game. We're going to hang out. I am not getting that from Howard. This is very one-sided. Like, y'all about it as bad as Cookman. Like, at least with Cookman, they talk trash. Like, the Florida Classic is one of them rivalries where we talk trash. Well, when it comes to, like, what's popping, you go to your parties. Like, all the parties sell out. But I ain't getting that from the Howard people. Like, where y'all at? Like, y'all too quiet. And I'm not a trash talker. I'm just me. But y'all kind of quiet. Now, I need a little more noise. Like, yeah, I expect them to say they coming to Miami for Labor Day weekend. I ain't getting that. I ain't got I need my get back. Like, I feel like Mo FAMU folks are talking about Valley saying we're going to Atlanta to get our get back. Then Howard people, like, how are you not screaming, I need my get back? We whooped you in the Celebration Bowl. I'm sorry. We beat you in the Celebration Bowl. We didn't whoop you. That's a lie. I keep lying. FAMU did not whoop Howard in the Celebration Bowl. We damn near lost the game. But FAMU beat Howard in the Celebration Bowl in the HBCU National Championship game. Last time FAMU played Howard, FAMU won. And you ain't going to say we're going out to Miami to get your get back? Walk into your trap and take your trap? Nothing? Come on, man. Oh, SAWFT. Soft. That's soft. Yeah, oh man. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, so we can't take nobody lately. Not that kind of team. They have showed up, ready to prove something every week. I agree, but man, them numbers. The roster numbers. Man, I think you might go to Atlanta and drop 40. Like, halftime, you might see it. You might find a quarterback at Magic City. Jet over there just throwing ones. I'm sorry. Like, I really have no faith in Valley for that game. Same as putting the end to my emotional misery. Hey, I'm just telling you. Look, because Musa, I was in the press box about to cuss at Musa that day. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, oh. Like, I haven't heard nothing about Howard Sharp. Nothing, Hollow. I'm just saying. Like, shoot, I need a babysitter that day. I gotta make sure my folks still good. And I'm here like, man, I might catch the bright line. Like, something, please. Talk a little trash. Like, make it fun. Something to distract from Marvin the crew. Mentioning that, and before we get to Marvin the crew, hey, y'all already know Mike Road Dogg, he's just looking out. Only $79. This includes your tickets, all you can eat. AYCE, ACE. Y'all know that means all you can eat, food and drink, and the hat for $79. I'm telling you right now, the baseball game by itself is $64 per ticket. For an extra $15, you get all you can eat food, all you can eat drink, the same baseball ticket, and the hat that you're going to pay $64 for. I'm just telling you, for an extra $15, it's worth it. Last time I went to a Tampa Bay Rays baseball game, I spent $3 on peanuts. The same peanuts that I could have got at Publix for like $1.50 that are dry roasted, that say Rays on them. I think I spent $3, maybe $5 on. So right there, you already talking $70 for a bag of peanuts. You ain't had soda, you ain't had nothing, and the game's outside. Look, Mike's trying to help you out. Mike's just looking out for $79. If you are going to the game while supplies last, hit up Mike Road Dogg. I done told my people, even if we miss Mike Road Dogg's deal, it's on you. But I gave him a date because, hey, I want to go to this game. Y'all say y'all coming. If y'all gonna come, let's try to hit Mike Road Dogg up. I'm telling you right now, it's a solid deal. I'm not telling you from because I get a kickback. I'm telling you because I am a baseball fan. And I personally plan to go to this game because I've never been to Steinbrenner Field. And I do want the FAMU hat. I think the last one was better, though. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. The old FAMU hat was better than this one. I'm just saying. This was cool. I got some khakis I can wear it with. And I might find me a little shirt, you know. You look like somebody uncle out there one of these days. But just saying. Now, real quick, y'all already know. I like y'all opinions. How y'all feel about this? Like, y'all see right now, Marva got the crew up there. She get the squad together. I'm gonna drop the comments so you can see the lady over there. I ain't gonna hold you. She looking. Kelvin Lawson, COO, Dr. Palm, he stayed. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't leave. I had heard he was gone. Michelle Robinson, VP of Government Relations, and Dr. Tatum Frederick, acting VP of Advancement. Okay. Like, I'm okay with everyone but one. I'm with you, Hollow. Like, there's only one that I'm not really rocking with. The rest of them, I'm actually kind of cool with. And this is where I kind of was saying earlier, and I stick by this and I stand by it. I feel like Marva needs to make sure that she's got the right people. And y'all know on the show, we had a whole like 30 minutes of putting people that we support into those certain positions. And I'll go even further. With the law school, I'm really not mad at the law school appointment because honestly, show me something different. Like there's a certain piece of me that like I told you before, I don't hate Marva. I have no disdain for her as a person. I don't really know her. But all my questions are you going to keep us going? Like, and EA, that's what I said. EA said, he, she, or is it he? Is he Lawson? Keeping Palm around to help him. I agree. I think you keep Palm around as long as you can. Because I'll be honest, I think if we look at this in the grand scheme of things, all of us saying the same thing that we don't expect this to be a 5-year deal. We don't expect Marva to make 5. Do I hope she does? And she's going to do right by FAMU. Absolutely. But do I expect it? Nah. See, that's just being honest. Like that's not being spiteful. That's not being hateful. That's like, oh, you just don't like that lady. You don't like her hair. I don't care about her hair. I don't know her. I have no strong emotions towards her. I don't like the situation. I don't like some of the things about state government. But her is a fluid situation. And I'm with you, Hollow. This is the other part. Bring back my friend. Look, bring back my friend. Y'all hired your friend. Bring back my friend. Like, you hired your friend as the president and said, this my friend. Okay, that's awesome. You got to look special and claim your friend in front of people. Do the same thing for me. Keep that same energy. Bring back my friend. Bring back my athletic director. ASAP. And that's on Marvel. I want AD Suggs. Bring my AD back. Like, he is. Because I feel like he wants to be the next president. But I'm telling you, little baby, give me my AD. That's all. Look, right now, take your layups. It's a layup. It's a layup, Marva and your PR team. And look, can y'all stop making videos? Give us like 3 days. This right here, this okay. Give us, I like how you mix somebody that, we ain't rocking with him. We ain't rocking with Lawson. He's just there. We love Dr. Palm. We don't really know her like that, but her last name Robinson. Is she related to Larry at all? She good. And then right her, we don't know her either. But you know what? You mix somebody in there we know, you good. Like, just saying. Like, what's up, JT? A lot. Look, and for real, Marvin, AD need to be back yesterday. Not yesterday, yesterday. Like, look, I told you, I'm Tallahassee country. Just hide it. AD should have been back already ago. Like, because this is why. And this isn't I had no purpose of coming on here, being on the Suggs train. But y'all know, I live on the Suggs train. I support. In 6 months, you're pointing towards these data-driven decisions that you say you make and these data-driven decisions that you're trying to make. That's why you bring Angela Suggs back. Because the data. Again, toot my own horn, right? Part of being a leader in education is making data-driven decisions. Anybody, if you're taking the Feely, 80% of that test is data-driven decisions. That's the Florida Education Leadership Exam. That's the exam you got to be a principal. Half of when you're doing your master's program in education leadership, it's data-driven decisions. Look at the data from the time that Angela Suggs became the athletic director to the point of when the foolery happened. Cool. And then go back. Look at the previous athletic director and her administration and what happened. And look how much was done, how much more was done in the time frame of Angela Suggs being AD versus the previous administration. And that's not an indictment. It's not hatred. It's not disdain. I told you I got no problem with Tiffany John Sykes, but I'm just saying Angela Suggs did stuff and work connections in 6 months plus. That hadn't been done since Courtney Gaucher. And Courtney ain't the best. Just saying. Look, UCF just created a new position in athletics CEO. What could FAMU take from that? I need to be able to ask my AD that. Great question. But I will say this. Yeah, I know for me, I don't do apples to apples with them. Like, my wife already know I'm not a UCF fan. They're very friendly, though. I will say this. And that's just speaking as a fan side. As far as doing dealings with, I love UCF. UCF, USF. When I tell you being in this kind of space, I don't understand why they need somebody that does this for them because it's easy. UCF is, when I tell you they make it so easy for you to come in there, cover the sport, do it, have fun, and get treated like somebody. I saw a coach at church. Their basketball coach goes to my church, and it was, hey, how you doing? Da da da. But then at the games, you talk to, oh, she's just left. She did this. They did it. They tell you where people at. Beautiful situation. I can't compare what UCF does with what FAMU does because UCF's had a naming rights deal on the bounce house for nearly a decade. How much extra money is that brought in to the point where they're renovating it? UCF's 60-some, 70,000 students. I love the idea of us being able to do that. But what did we do with some of the people who were just supposed to be bringing in money? How many contracts they brought in? What kind of advertising they brought in? I ain't seen a lot. Like that Rattler Booster ad that we just ran. Look, that just got sent to me from the Rattler Boosters. And I asked questions, but then I just pulled the trigger. I was like, hey, you cool with me running the ad? And I was like, man, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. That golf tournament, that's our flyer. I'll show you the ad I made. Like, sometimes you got to be able to be that nimble. But with schools like UCF, they're not just nimble. They got scale. And they can hire out those positions. And they use that scale to their benefit to raise money. I think for FAMU, you bring back a person like Angela Suggs because she's raised money. She has worked to fix the budget. Like, I'm just saying, she's done some really great things in a short amount of time. Lawson's over that as far as bringing that AD back. Yeah, I heard. We really don't need another change of that seat. We don't. Like, that's one of the biggest problems FAMU has athletically is turnover and turnover in key positions. I mean, you got lucky. Let's call a spade a spade. You got lucky in softball. And when I say lucky, I'm not just talking about Beal. I'm talking about FAMU has had a run of two amazing coaches. Like, Camise Patterson was amazing. Homegirl got out the mud. Then you bring in Beal. on short notice due to your athletic director. And she gets it out of the mud. Like, dang. FAMU baseball, you didn't luck up, but you did your data and you hired somebody and you got it right. FAMU football lucked up with Willie and you messed that up the first time. Like, and let's be honest, the most stability that you're getting is when Rattlers hire Rattlers. I will say this. We produce real trash coaches. We produce some damn good athletic directors. Boy, FAMU is giving you like 3 amazing athletic directors. Ken Riley? You kidding me? A balanced budget. That man balanced the budget better than Clinton. Shoot. Then, Michael Smith, interim athletic director for life. FAMU graduate. And then you come through and you pull Angela Suggs out your back pocket like the big joker. Boy, you came over here like, yeah, I got that in my pocket. Are you serious? Come on. FAMU may not produce great coaches, but we produce some darn good athletic directors. Like, heck, you pull Charlie Ward out your back pocket? Who does that? Who pulls an NBA coach who's actually like been recruited by other schools to where his alma mater at one point he was on their list and you pull him to FAMU? I'm just saying. And you get us back in the OBC? Come on, Marvin. Say it for the people in the back. Like, I'm just saying. We only got Willie because of personal issues. He was fast tracking for. He was. I would see. Yeah, you were like, why you bringing up old stuff? I wasn't even gonna talk about that like that. You know, I got a little lemon in my sweet tea today. I wasn't gonna say that though. Hell, we'll see what Cozy. We see what Cozy do. We see what, look. If Cozy won a SWAC championship, we can't even get 80 Sykes that. That wasn't her. That was her after we were like, we don't want your boyfriend. Like, I'd love to take a sneak peek at her football. Me too. I look. Football short list right now. Okay. Look, because we did hear that. All right, let's give. I'm gonna give y'all my short list right now. If I got a short list for FAMU, number 1, Teddy Bridgewater. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. Say what you want to about me. He ain't got no experience. Teddy Bridgewater is number 1 on my list. I don't care. Like, you invested like that for Miami Northwestern? Bruh. Nah, bring him on in. Hell, y'all want to bring in Ed Reed? No, man. Give me Bridgewater over Ed Reed every day, twice on Sundays. Nah, man. One is just no. Short list number 2. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had 10 on my list, I ain't gonna lie, I would put Ed Reed on the list. He wouldn't be at the top. He'd be near the bottom. But I'll put him on the list if I was looking for celebrities. Has the Game Pass trail over by? I'm asking for a friend. I'm not trying to say nothing evil. I'm not trying to be mean. But y'all still got Trey Oliver on your short list? I got him on mine, but kind of falling behind in the SWAC a little bit. Y'all going to South Carolina State, get that dog? I ain't gonna lie, he on my short list too. Look, I'm just saying. That's a short list. I call Jaywan Sider at Penn State. You're not gonna get that shot to be the head coach nowhere. You want to stay the offensive coordinator. And I hit him with you can be Bud Foster or you can be Willie Simmons. Bud Foster is really well known in Virginia Tech circles, and that dude was a hell of a defensive coordinator, but he never got shot. You want to be McAndrews? Like, you may have to step down to step up. And I'll sell him to Willie Simmons' store. Like, I'm telling y'all. Like, she Brian taking a second picture of Koza wins the swag with a ring and a thumb. Hey. Hey, you had that Koza up to Brian. Brian got a diamond in his head. Hey, y'all know, Brian, that's what boy. Brian be dead laughing. Me on the phone. How I caught a straight bullet. It was EA. It wasn't me. Hey, he might be making 700-800. You're not wrong with that. But at the same point, if he got come to FAMU 2-3 years, take a pay cut, you go to somewhere else, you're making a mill. I'm pretty sure Willie's hitting the mill. I ain't seen his contract yet, but I'll keep it on computer one. Let's see. Willie Simmons FIU salary. Oh, yeah, he ain't getting no meal. It's $750 per year. So 3/4. That's what, double plus? Almost triple. Not triple what it's getting the fam, but double what it's getting the fam. Okay. All right. We got Coles in too. We see what season looking like this year. I think Coles got 2 years at least. I mean, last year was not an abject disaster. Like, I think he made some changes. Like, I think you got Coles for at least 2 years. You got to get Coles 2 more years. Like, I think this year he has a solid season. I do. I'll say that on wax. But I think you always keep a short list. Like, I think we can never operate in a space where your coaching or your person who's in your coaching position is safe. I would always keep a 5 or 10. Like, you got to keep 10 cards in your pocket for every position. Just because what happens if Colsey has a perfect season? And I'm just saying, what if Colsey has a perfect season and all of a sudden, I'm trying to find a school. Ball State, Toledo, call and say, hey, pretty much does what happened to Tennessee State. Eddie George leaves. I think he goes to Bowling Green, right? What happens if a Georgia Southern hits up Colsey? Hey, we saw what you did at FAMU. Kind of kept an eye on you. Saw you flip the program. Want to offer you a head coaching job. Offer you this kind of money. I'm just saying, like, you got to keep that top 10 in your pocket. A softball coach, I got 15. Like, I'm just saying. And Camise Patterson's back on that list. I'm just telling you right now. Like, if we're going to keep it all the way funky, that's a call. Like, hey, we know you left. I might not know all the reasons you left, but the door's open. I'm like, I'm like, what's your boy? Silk Sonic. I'm gonna leave the door open. Just saying. If we don't win at home, it's gonna turn bad. Can't lose at home, bro. Non-negotiable. I agree, but you can't fire coaches every 3 years. That's for financially. That's bad business, because what happens is if we're rotating coaches every 3 years, what happens is you're paying dead money, and eventually you'd have seasons where in dead money, heck, if you fire someone every 2 years on 3-year contracts, you might be looking at a couple seasons of $1 million in just dead money. You can't do that. You're not operating like that. You think Quinn's there? I don't know yet. I think he started hot at Albany State. I don't know if he's there yet. He's on my short list though. I can put him there. I can't say short list. He's on my 10. Yeah, my 10 to 15. Quinn Gray's there. If I had to stick this in the HBCU circles, your boy at Johnson C. Smith and your boy at Virginia Union, both on my short list. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. You can do that at Johnson C. Smith. You darn sure can do this at FAMU. Like, that's just me personally. Johnson C. Smith, Virginia Union, those two coaches would be on my short list. Like I said, Teddy Bridgewater definitely would be on my short list because, again, his age. Like, he's at that age where he's in his 30s, approaching the 40s, where you can come to FAMU. I can get you in your early years, and I can get you at a good deal. And you can come here and succeed and leave. Good. Whereas I think with a guy like with Ed Reed's like in his 50s. I mean, he come here, you stuck with him. Like, and it might be a good thing, but he ain't gonna bring you that attention. Like, he's not. He's not Dion. He's gonna be a great dude. He'll be a great connection with the Baltimore Ravens. Maybe even I think he played for the Jets one time, I want to say. You may get some of those connections, but it's not going to be what you're not going to catch what Prime had. That's not going to happen. Now, I will say, if you want somebody who just wants the experience and just trying to get in, a guy like a Byron Leftwich, that's a call I would make. I don't know if he would come because you're the quarterback coach in Colorado. You've been an NFL head coach. But I think at his age, I think that's a call that you still make. Clark Atlanta coach. Look, that's another one. And again, you start looking at what people did who had less facilities, less than what you had, and doing more. I say it all the time. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator in North Dakota State would get a call. That's just me. I don't care. Black, white, polka dot. I don't care if you eat pork or don't eat pork. If you're winning, who cares? I ain't one of them people. I want you to do this because you look like that. No, I want to win. When it comes to sports, I want to win. I would look at a coach in North Dakota State. I would look for any one of those coaches, South Dakota State. Those schools where coaches are winning. I'm here for it because you're going to bring that winning tradition with you. Probably going to bring a couple of those coaches with you. And you're going to bring that concept of, hey, this is what we did at North Dakota State. This is what worked. We have this at FAMU. We may not have the resources, but this is what we did there. And you can bring some of those philosophies there because what's going to happen? You start winning. When you start winning, you start getting resources. And I'll be honest with you. This is why athletics is important, especially to your presidential team. If you win a championship, they may not like you, but they got an opiate of the masses that they can look at and be like, I may not like her, but hell, we won a championship. Oh man, she hired this person. She hired that person. All of a sudden, those are good words to say about you. So me personally, again, bring back my athletic director. And I think she got her short list. And I don't think any of your coaches on the staff are on that short list. I can say that with confidence. And it's not doubting or discounting them. It's just that they got to produce as assistants to get on that list. Like, that's what Colsey did. Like, Colsey had a horrible experience as a head coach in California, record-wise. They weren't winning a lot of games. They were okay. But he came to FAMU, coach position, won a championship, got the backing of the players and the fan base, and all of a sudden, he was a great hire because he fit the culture. He understood what winning meant here. He comes from a winning culture. That's huge. Like, you say what you want to about him going to Florida State. Say what you want to about Charlie Ward going to Florida State. They won championships. Like, Charlie Ward won a Heisman Trophy and a national championship. The first national championship in football at Florida State. Charlie Ward was on the team. Like, Colsey won championships, conference championships, other championships, no national championships. Like, it's just saying. Remember, Keith is not the head coach unless he's like a Willie Simmons that calls plays also. It's the staff he attracts. The coordinators are your key players, and the ability to recruit. Yeah, but he gonna be calling plays on defense. So that's gonna be interesting. I personally, I know for me, and I love that EA. I love when we can get a head coach that's probably a little farther off the field. Me personally, I definitely prefer the CEO head coach just in this space. I'm riding with Cozy. We just talking. Oh yeah. Look, it's Team Cozy. Look, I told you we had him on the show last week with St. Clair. I'm riding with Cozy. Now I ain't trying to get him fired. No. I'm just saying, you never know. Cozy might hit a home run. And if Cozy hit a home run, you know somebody gonna come with a check. Just like me and you. We work at a job. I don't care if you're working at a Waffle House for too long. Hey, you go to the Waffle House, it's clean. Ain't nobody been fighting in 365 days. Nobody got slapped. The waffles are crisp. Last time I got my waffles a little undercooked. Breakfast is right. You're not gonna last at that. If you're the manager, you're not gonna last at that Waffle House. They're gonna move you to another one. Especially if you work at one in the hood. Man, you work at one in the hood and it's clean and everybody act right. Man, please. If you could make it there, you could make it anywhere. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got a backup plan. Look, I tell people quick, I ain't loyal to much. Loyal to wife, loyal to kids, loyal to God. I ain't loyal to this job. Look, let it school off of me. 80, 90. Huh? Hey, see what happened was the way my checking is and the way my saving is. I need that. I'm gone. Like, and let's be honest, you gotta have that because we've seen what happens when you get caught with your pants down. That's how Cozy got here. You got caught with your pants down. There was no plan. The plan was a plan that nobody liked. It was a plan that your supporters told you don't do. And so you had to go run with the backup plan. And in the process, you broke confidence of a lot of your supporters. You hurt people who are important stakeholders. Like, you got to keep backup plan. Can't do that because the HBC mindset of paying head coach will pay assistant 60, 70. Head coach got to be hands on everything. That's why you got to take a pay cut. I'm just saying. Like, I'm that mindset. I know, I know Scotty is showing it. I would gladly take a cut and make 200 because that's what they do at North Dakota State, right? Hey, you ain't got to pay me 250. Give me 175. Because that if I'm getting paid 300, right? I can split that extra on down, still make that 175. But then you share that amongst the assistants. Because now, oh no, you take on some of that responsibility, buddy. I'm paying you, getting paid this level. You making 6 figures? Go work. Nah, buddy. You no, 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 going on. And that's just me. I know I'm different. You ain't got to pay me the head coach $375 because I can't do everything. I really can't. You need a team. Go cut that check down to about $250 and honestly $225. But that's why I said with some of the younger coaches, you can definitely do that and say, hey, I would like you to bring in some assistants, maybe some people with a little bit of experience, and we can pay them a little more, even add an extra position, and that extra position comes in and helps you out. So that's just me. But I love the idea, EA, and I appreciate that comment because it's really true. We tend to overpay the head person at the sacrifice and at the cost of the people that are below them because they're making 75, 80, which is great money. Like, oh, look, they ain't gonna tell you that's bad money. I'm trying to get that myself. But I'm just saying, keep too many co-eds in Tallahassee. I need that. Them girls ain't studying you, and we ain't got no strip clubs. No way. You know, strip club legal in Tallahassee. You better hit your wagon to the one you brought. I tell my wife quick, hey, I bother you every day for a reason. The day I stop bothering you, something going on. But for right now, I'm on you like white on rice. You been the corner, I'm jumping on you. Every day. What your boy say? With no hesitation. Like, I'm just saying. So, but I will get, and y'all know Marva's invited. Keep bringing on, mixing it up. We don't trust them 7, 8 folks, but keep showing face. I don't love your PR people all the time right now with the keep showing your work though. Bring me something and I'm gone and I'm good. Look, Bridgewater has money. He got suspended helping kids with his money and it shouldn't have happened to him. I agree. This to me, this is the story of 3 Floridas. I could say 2 Floridas, but it's really 3 Floridas. And it's, for me, when it comes to Bridgewater, the messed up piece is he lived that life. And he said it best. He walked to school. I'll tell you this. I remember my first job in Orange County was at Jones High School. Y'all know Jones, right? Other side of Jones, OBT. First thing in the morning, kids coming this way, workers going the other way. It was a culture shock. But when I got to meet the kids and know the kids, it was amazing. And I loved working with those kids. I love working in that area. I still work in that area. And it's the simple fact that I could leave my northern Tallahassee comfort zone and see something different and appreciate it. But then not just appreciate it, but try to do something with it. And I think that's that 3 different Floridas. You have the Florida where they don't experience that. And for them, they're trying to keep things fair. But at the same point, when he tries to level the playing field, he gets punished. I disagree with that. Because can every coach do that? No. Guess what? If you want a coach that can do that, go hire one that can. Because what they didn't also talk about was him helping bring the community to events. Like, he used his name, he used this celebrity to do everything that people sold us that these celebrity coaches would do at our HBCUs. You have buses of people coming to games, and he said, I want the community there. I want y'all to support these kids. He made sure that in a neighborhood where many of these people making these decisions would not walk at night, he made sure these kids got on safe. And at the end of the season, these kids worked. They bust their butt. They did get some blessings from a coach who had it. And they used that. And at the end of the season, nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt in a way that was life-altering, right? All the kids were safe. All the kids were accounted for. And he was able to make sure that he took care of his kids. I hate to tell y'all, when you're a coach, you don't tend to make any money in the state of Florida. Like, I've coached track, I've coached basketball. Net for each season I coached, I probably made $150, $200. I spent the rest on the kids. We fed the kids. Sometimes we clothed the kids. Sometimes we take the kids and drop them off at home and then get their uniforms and wash their clothes with our washing machines or at a laundromat with our money because we like the kids. We love the kids. The best way I can show you love as a coach isn't, hey, you come to my house and eat. No, I make sure you get to where you need to be safely. I take care of you the best of my abilities, and you go forward. So I'm just saying. I'm trying. Because honestly, she need to be in a FAMU space. here, talk to FAMU people. It's cool to use the social media page, but come to where we at. Doors open. Just like Silk Sonic. Look, that's the same thing. Hello, somebody. Like, look, hey, I can't be over there killing her, man. I need her to win. Man, look, if y'all are gonna be at the Big Florida Classic, I got 2 golf tournaments for you. This one is the second of the 2. This is the Orlando Alumni Association has a golf tournament. Get your spot. They're going fast. They have giveaways, doing a lot. Even if you want to be a sponsor for one of the golf holes, go hit up the Orlando chapter of the National Alumni Association. Hit them up. Definitely go do that. Also, look, I mentioned it before. Winter Park chapter Cap outside. So, got a little golf tournament, Jack LaFleur golf tournament. If you are so inclined, go check it out. Winter Park chapter. Go check us out, man. Got some few things, man. You know, we have some giveaways. We have a day party going on there. Low price of $50 for the day party. All you can drink, all you can eat. Good times. And also get the golf if you play golf over there, Lake Nona area, world-class golf course. I have played on the course before. I'm just not very good at golf, so I'm not going to waste my time. But what I will do is go into the party. So, hey. All right, y'all. For everybody here at HBCU Digital, man, we will be here on Sunday, man. You know, look at some of these recruits. Because we did miss that on purpose. We ain't had a lot. And then we're going to talk about some of the other things going on at FAMU. Y'all already know what's up, what it's always going to be. Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!